Okay, hi everybody. It's just me again today because it is the day before break and finals are coming up. So I'm expecting people to just be studying for their finals, I hope, and preparing for traveling. So um, our meeting for this month is going to be about Native American heritages in North Carolina specifically. There are tons all over America and in North Carolina especially. Um, November is National Native American or Indigenous Heritage Month. There's also, I forget the specific day, it might be the day of Thanksgiving, but I could be mistaken on that. That is recognized as Native American Heritage Day. So we'll just get started. A reminder, please apply for a spring 2022, that's next semester, executive position. I will be graduating, so all of our executive positions will be shifting. And in order to remain a club, we need to have 3 executive officers. And with me graduating, we'll only have 2. So please apply. It's not a lot of work. It might sound like a lot of work, but it really isn't. It's a good thing to put on a resume, and it's a lot of fun to be involved with a club that's incredible. So a little fun facts about our National Native American Heritage Month. The first American Indian Day in a single state was declared on the second Saturday in May in 1916, and it was in New York. After that, a lot of states started to celebrate on the 4th Friday in September. And then quite a long time after that, President George H.W. Bush, approved a resolution that designated November 1990 as National American Indian Heritage Month. And then every year since 1994, a similar proclamation has been issued, but they've had different names like Native American Heritage Month or National American Indian and Alaska Native Heritage Month or Indigenous Heritage Month. So there are a number of indigenous tribes in North Carolina. Near Charlotte we have one. There is the Coharie Indian tribe. Oh, also let me preface, if I say any of these names wrong, I'm absolutely so sorry. Please email me or message me or something and let me know that I said it wrong and the right way to pronounce it. I tried to look everything up, but I also may have forgotten in that time that I've looked it up. I'm going to try my best to pronounce it the way it's spelled, but that might not be right. So in North Carolina, there are the Coharie Indian tribe, the Lumbee tribe of North Carolina. The Lumbee tribe is actually close to where I grew up. The Meherrin Indian tribe, the Halawa-Saponi Indian tribe, the Occaneechi Band of the Saponi Nation, the Eastern Band of the Cherokee Nation, the Waccamaw Siouan tribe, and the Saponi tribe. So we'll start off with the Coharie Indian tribe. They have been recognized as an official tribe in North Carolina since 1971. Their present population is located in the southeastern region of North Carolina, so sort of close to the coast. They descend from the Aboriginal tribe of the Nuseok Indians, and their current tribal roll has only 3,000 members. I was looking, and compared to some of the other tribes in North Carolina, that's actually kind of a lot, because unfortunately a lot of those tribes have been depleted due to racist and genocidal incidents. 20% of their 3,000 members reside outside of their tribal communities, so not in that southeastern region. And the intertribal and white/Indian hostilities caused the Coharies to move to their present location between 1729 and 1746. This seemed to happen with a lot of the tribes that I was researching, that they were forced out of their original locations and either relocated back to that location or just took up like designation at a new location. So the Lumbee tribe of North Carolina is located in southeastern North Carolina near the Lumbee River. This is near areas like Lumberton and Laurinburg and up towards Fayetteville even. This is close to where I'm from. I grew up in Richmond County, which is right beside this county. So Survivors of the tribal nations from Algonquian, Iroquoian, and Siouan language families make up the Lumbee tribe. This includes the Hatteras, Tuscarora, and Cheraw families. They were recognized in North Carolina as an Indian tribe in 1885, and then also recognized by Congress in 1956. But unfortunately, Congress and the country of the United States is still denying the Lumbee people any federal benefits. So even though they are recognized as a tribe by Congress, they're not getting any of those reparations that they truly deserve. The Meherrin Indian tribe refer to themselves as Gawanchaga. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, but there is a pronunciation right under that. This means people of the water. The Iroquois nation that share allegiance, culture, traditions, and language with the Tuscarora, Nottoway, Cherokee, and other Haudenosaunee nations make up the Meherrin Indian tribe. Their first reservation was in North Carolina. They had the first reservation in North Carolina. It's called Mamaroneck, and that was in 1705. They say that they have always defended what they call their Turtle Island, which is the United States, and they've also fought in every major war that the United States has had. This is why they call themselves the people of the water. So the Haliwa-Saponi Indian tribe are the direct descendants of the Saponi, Tuscarora, Tutelo, and Nansemond Indians and Eastern Siouan-speaking tribes. The remaining members of those tribes used to live at Fort Christiana in, I want to say it's Virginia. And then in the mid-1700s, the Saponi tribe left Fort Christiana and settled in Old Granville County in North Carolina. And then the Nansemond moved to North Carolina from Virginia and bought large sections of land that now make up the Haliwa-Saponi community. Their name comes from the areas that they encompass. So they encompass parts of Halifax and Warren County, which is how they got the Haliwa in their name. And then Saponi is a portion of their tribe. They were recognized by the state of North Carolina in 1965, which is very, very recent. So the Occaneechi band of the Saponi Nation were located in Alamance and Orange counties. These were called the Old Texas Communities. Their tribe is developing 25 acres of former tobacco land that will be transformed into a tribal center facility. And among tons of other things that it will include, it will also have a reconstructed 1701 Occaneechi village, an 1880s log farm, and powwow grounds. And all of these images that you're seeing are from powwows that these tribes have had throughout the past recent years. The Occaneechi band descends from several small Siouan-speaking tribes, and they also united with Saponi, Tutelo, and other smaller tribes at Fort Christiana that we heard about previously in Virginia. By the late 1700s, the Occaneechi people returned to North Carolina, where they lived as small farmers and craftsmen. The eastern band of the Cherokee Nation first came about 200 years ago when broken treaties reduced the Cherokee Empire to very small territories. Andrew Jackson insisted that all of the southeastern Indians move west of the Mississippi, but the Cherokee people did not want to do that. The Cherokees in western North Carolina descend directly from the people who either held on to the land they owned, they hid in the hills, they defied removal, and some who returned, many on foot. It was a very trying time, and many of their people were unfortunately lost in very devastating ways. Over time, they've created a sovereign nation of 100 square miles, which is quite a lot, especially compared to some of the other tribes in North Carolina. They are the only North Carolinian tribe that is officially recognized by the federal government. If you remember, the Lumbee people are also recognized, but they don't receive the federal benefits that they deserve. The Waccamaw Siouan tribe, or the people of the fallen star, they are called this because they believe that, or it is believed by historians that Waccamaw is an English translation of part of a phrase that told the story of the ball of fire that was knocked into the earth and created Lake Waccamaw in North Carolina. They call themselves the people of the fallen star because they believe that they were on that ball of fire. They were the first written mention of the Waccamaw Siouan tribe was in the historical records of 1712, but they were also believed that they were once the Wacom Indians. It seems that the written mentions of the Wacom Indians ended in 1712 and the Waccamaw Siouan tribe first appeared in 1712. They moved southward and then became the Waccamaw Indians from the Wacom Indians. And lastly, our Saponi tribe, they are located in the highlands of the Piedmont, which is the high plains. This is located along the borderline that separates North Carolina and Virginia. There are about 850 members of their tribe. And in the early 1700s, they helped mark the demarcation for North Carolina and Virginia's border. And part of the High Plains is actually located in North Carolina and part is in Virginia. So this tribe is in two states at once. They received recognition from North Carolina in 1911 and built something called the High Plains Indian School. This school allowed members of the Saponi tribes who lived in both North Carolina and Virginia to attend this school, even though they were living in different states. Unfortunately, this school closed in 1962 with the advent of assimilation. And they also received recognition from Virginia in 1913, not long after they received recognition from North Carolina. So if you want any more information, here were the research that I used. And there's this really cool virtual exhibit that you can watch. It is about Native Americans that have served in American wars. It was really, really interesting. That's all I have. And thank you.